Hello everyone, what's good, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a start to finish closure wig install. And when I say start to finish, I'm talking about I'm going to show you guys how to pluck, how to bleach, and how to install, as well as a little bit of how I got this body wave style. All right, let's get right into it. So since I said it's start to finish, I'm going to talk about what the wig looked like straight out of the box. So this is the wig that I'm going to be working with. It is from ISEE Hair Company. This is their body wave 5x5 closure. I have 26 inches and 180% density. This is what the wig is looking like straight out of the box. I love working with closures. I feel like they're very beginner friendly and very, quick and easy to work with. So here you can see the hair did not come pre-bleached or pre-plucked, but don't worry, we're going to learn how to do that in this video. So I put the wig on my head just to show you guys what it looks like straight out of the box on your head. And for me, I always feel like it's necessary to bleach the knots and pluck the wig before install. That's because this helps give you a very natural look with your install. As you can see, the hairline is still very thick in my opinion, and those little black dots that you see need to be bleached so it looks like the hair is coming right out of your scalp. So first step is bleaching our knots, and here are all the tools that you're going to need. I like to use a random bowl that I designated as my mixing bowl, and I like to use this hair coloring brush, one that has like a nice thick bristle. You can also use a plastic knife or a plastic spoon to help you spread around the bleach, but do not use anything that is metal because this will affect the bleaching process. And then of course you need your bleaching powder and your developer. I like to use just regular BW, and I like to use 40 volume developer. The reason why I use 40 is because I've been bleaching hair for quite a while, so I feel like, I'm more confident in knowing I'm not going to over bleach my knots. But if you are a beginner, I do suggest going with 30 volume and making sure you set a timer so you don't over bleach or over process. So nothing over 40 in my opinion, and nothing under 30. I'm just brushing away all the hair to push it all back, because to bleach the knots you want to make sure the hair is pushed back, all the baby hairs, because you don't want to mess up and get bleach on the actual hair. So I always use 1 scoop of developer. 1 scoop is enough for a regular 13x4 frontal, and it's more than enough for a closure. So I just used 1 scoop. And I like to add my developer in parts because you want to make sure you're not getting it too liquidy. It needs to be a nice cake frosting type of texture. So I like to just add a little bit, stir, and then, check out what the texture is like. And then I just keep adding until I get that nice and creamy, spreadable, but still thick texture. If you pick up your whatever spreading tool and the product is dripping off your brush or your knife, whatever you're using, then it's too liquidy and you have to add more product. But at the same time, you don't want it too dry and it's like chalky. You want a nice smooth mix like we got right here. Now we're ready to go ahead and start, bleaching the knots. So excuse me, and I apologize in advance for this terrible camera angle. I wasn't aware that it was not showing the whole process properly, but I just flip the wig over and I like to just go in and start from the top to the bottom and just, drag down the product with a little bit of pressure, but not too much where I'm like bleeding into the actual hair, because you only just want to bleach the knots, not the actual roots of the hair, if that makes sense. So I just go in and push in and just, spread it. Once I'm done, I like to let the hair sit for about 15 to 30 minutes. Every hair is different. Some knots bleach really fast, and some knots, take a long time to bleach. So I can't give you a specific time, but minimum 15, set a timer and just keep coming in and checking on the hair. What you're looking for, you want the knots to go from this black that you see right here to a blonde color, hence, the bleaching term. The blonde color makes it look like, it's coming out of your scalp. Now that it's been for this wig, it was about 20 minutes that the hair was blonde the way that I want it to be, so I'm ready to wash out the hair. And so first I just shampoo out the hair with regular shampoo, and then I go in with this purple shampoo that I got from Walmart. Purple shampoo helps to, remove that orangey brassy tone that you're going to get after bleaching the hair, and this helps, make it more of a neutral color. So I go ahead and just saturate the lace with the purple shampoo, let it sit and soak for another 10 minutes, not too long. Come back, wash that out, and our knots are nice and bleached, and it's looking like the hair, is coming out of the scalp. now that we have our knots bleached, we can go ahead and pluck them to give us that natural hairline. First thing I'm doing is applying this little white wipe under my canvas head, and the reason why I do this is because I like to have something white under my canvas head so I can really properly see those knots. So I just use this wipe because it's like really stretchy and it's affordable and I can keep using as many as I like. I get the wig pinned down and I like to just part the hair right in the middle. This helps me to protect my middle part because I feel like the middle part is a part that if you over pluck will be really affected, but I don't do this for like my side parts, only for the middle part. I do have a recent updated detailed plucking tutorial, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want more information on how I pluck my wigs. But for the purpose of the start to finish, I'm going to give you a quick little mini gist of what's going on. So I'm pulling out the hair that is not pre-plucked because the front line, as you can see, the hair was pre-plucked slightly. So I pulled that part out, right? And then I start to pluck behind what the company has already pre-plucked a little bit for me because I don't like plucking in the front. I've realized whenever I start plucking in the beginning of the hairline, I start to get lots of bald spots and my baby hairs just look really weird because I've overplucked the front. I'm using this slant tip tweezer, which I'll link down below, and I'm just going in, plucking and skipping a line, making sure I'm not plucking in the same location. And I'm just trying to thin out the hairline because, naturally our hairline is not super thick in the front. It starts off a little bit thinner and gets thicker as we go deeper into our hairline. Another thing you want to be mindful when you're plucking is that you are pulling out the hair from the roots, like from the knots. If you don't see these little blonde pieces like I'm showing you right here, then that means you're not pulling the hair from the root, and that's also going to give you a very like messy and blotchy type of pluck. So make sure you're pulling the hair from the roots and that you're not plucking in the same spot. You're not trying to make a bald spot, you're just trying to lightly thin out the hairline. Once I've done that, I just go ahead and pull the hair back to the front, and I just lightly a little bit pick a few pieces in the front of the hair and pluck that, just finish off the look. And that's all I do. Super easy, super fast. And I go ahead and do the other side and I'll come back to you guys. Now we are finally done with the wig prep. We plucked her, we bleached the knots, and she's looking more like scalp. She's looking natural. She's looking like she's gonna come out of our hair. And we're finally ready to install this wig. So for my install, first you gotta tint the lace, because you can see this was a transparent lace and the lace is looking very ashy, giving very ghosts. I'm using this Ruby Kiss concealer and I'm using this little dense brush to help me go ahead and just buff in that concealer into the lace. I put under and over the lace. Once I've done that, I go in with my blow dryer and just try to dry up all that concealer, because you don't want any like wet product when you're trying to install the lace, because mixed with the hairspray, it's going to be really messy. It's going to make it harder to work with. Now, as you can see, the wig is looking more like my skin tone. It's going to melt a lot easier. Before I proceed to glue everything down, you got to make sure for closures that you cut off the little like white excess lace that comes with it on the side. For my adhesive, I'm going to be using the Got To Be hairspray, and I'm just spraying that onto the front part of the hairline, using my fingers to help, spread it out and making sure all of the lace is properly covered. And then I use this rat tail comb and my blow dryer in a warm to cool setting to help that dry and let that really just stick onto my hair. The blow dry is very, very important. This is what helps, dry the Got To Be fast enough so it's sticking to your hair really properly. Then I cut the hair into 2 little sections and use this eyebrow razor to help me just cut the lace off. I like to use an eyebrow razor instead of a regular scissors to cut, because this helps create a jagged look onto the lace, and like your natural hairline, you don't want it to just lay straight and flat onto your head. It has to kind of look a little bit jagged on the lace for it to blend naturally into your head and your hairline and all that good stuff. Once I've cut off the lace, I am going in with my scissors to kind of just be more detailed, because I like to cut off every piece of excess lace. Like if there's no hair on it, I'm making sure I'm cutting it off, because there's no reason to be saving all this extra lace. Like, what are you saving it for? Cut all that lace off, okay? I then go in again and do another spray of Got To Be, but this time I pull out the baby hairs first and just pull it all out. And I go in with Got To Be and spray in between the hair because I want to make sure I'm not getting any lifting once I go in to do my baby hairs, because swooping the baby hairs does cause lifting, and lifting is really, really annoying when you're trying to, install your lace, because now everything is just not working the way it's supposed to. So what I like to do now is go in with the Got To Be spray and spray again after I have pulled out the baby hairs, and use the blow dryer and the rat tail comb to dry that all up and push the lace into my skin. Once I've done that, I go with this elastic band and I just let the lace, finish drying completely and make sure it is laying flat, because I'm really trying to avoid getting any type of lifting. I'm telling y'all, lifting is the devil. I feel like I always say that because once it's lifting, either the install looks crazy or even just doing your baby hairs is hard whenever the lace is lifting. While I'm letting my lace lay, I'm going in with my hot comb and just this wax stick to go and start just, pressing out the roots and the wig, because I want it to look really flat. Don't want to look like it's just floating on top of my head. Now we are ready to start doing our baby hairs. So first thing, I'm using this little razor comb to just cut down the baby hairs a bit more. I don't want them to be super long, but I don't cut them too short at first, because sometimes I feel like when I cut it too short at first, now I can't go back. So I just cut it to like a nice, decent medium size. I also do have a detailed tutorial on how to do my baby hair. So like the plucking, it's gonna be a quick little mini tutorial. I'm using the I'm using the Eco Styler hair gel, the green one, and I'm using that to lay my baby hairs. I like to use this because I feel like it has some hold, but it also is not too sticky. So if I want to like re-swoop the baby hairs, it won't be a big hassle. Also, it gives me more of a softer look than that very gelled down look, which is no problem with that. I like a good gelled down look, but I don't like it looking too hard. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do these two little swoops, really easy. And yeah, I'll come back. baby hairs are done. I'm happy with them, so I'm going in and just, laying them down with the elastic band. And next I gotta go ahead and just fix this parting situation because I did slightly over bleach, but not in a way where it's a big deal. So first thing I like to do is just use this black mascara. It's just a random mascara, and I go in and just fill all the over bleach spots. And then I go ahead and use some concealer that is like about 1 to 2 shades lighter than me, and I use that and just pop it in the middle to really give a clean, perfect part look. I went ahead and just trimmed the ends of the hair. As you can see, the ends were a little bit dry. I always feel like I have to trim the ends of all of my looks because I feel like that just helps the hair look more fuller and just, makes it look healthier in my opinion. I did cut very light layers in this because I did want to keep the length of the hair. And for my styling, I just went ahead and used my curling wand. It is a 1.5 inch Remington curling wand. I'll try to link it down below if I can find it. I got it from Walmart, but yeah, I just used that and I pinned the curls up for a few seconds to let it dry. It was honestly a very simple styling. I feel like curling wands are like just the easiest way to go. I wanted all the curls going away from my face, so I did make sure I'm curling the hair all backwards. And yeah, I also sprayed a little bit of hairspray as a finishing to really just help set the style, but that's basically it for this install really. So I'm just gonna show the rest of me curling the hair and come back for the finished product.
Man with the beat, yeah.
Now that all of the hair is curled, I'm just using this loose comb to just go in and brush out the waves / curls and just kind of manipulate the hair until it looks like how I want it to look. I'm also going to be going in with my hot comb as well to help me, shape the top of the hair, make it flat, and just shape it into the look that I am going for. But y'all see her. This is looking a lot better than what it was looking like straight out of the box. I hope y'all found this tutorial really easy, and, I hope you found it helpful as well. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, y'all know, comments down below. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow me on my socials as well, if you want to just see more of me and the content that I create. But thank you again so much for watching. I hope to see you in another one. And yeah, peace out, Girl Scouts. Goodbye.